Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another interesting beer review. Thanks for watching. This time with another interesting beer review, of course, and another pils from Oberfranken, another Franconian pils. And that's a beer style that I love really much. Maybe pils isn't that much connected to Oberfranken, where the Dunkels is the most popular beer style, but in Germany overall, Pils is very popular and it's also very loved by me. So it's a Pils from Ibel located in Kappel in Burgwindheim, family brewery since 1650. And it's a beer that I'm looking forward to try a lot. Gives a really nice impression of this very small private family brewery, which is very common in this area. And of course it's a Bügelverschluss, as you can see, which also is something that I like really much. It gives a nice impression, and of course it's a much older opening type than the crown cap, and also it's a little bit finer to open it up comparing to the crown cap, and also it keeps the beer fresh in another way, as far as I've been understanding it. Very small brewery, this one, as you probably can see, quite old looking label also. No back label. If we can start with the bottle, you see the logo right here and right here of the lion and the family weapon. I guess it is the logo of the brewery. Ibel Pils. Not so easy to find this beer. Here you have the logo of Aus Tradition Privat, gebaut nach dem Reinheitsgebot von 1516, is this logo right here, which the brewery is having as a sign. Privatbrauerei seit 1650, does it say right here? Privatbrauerei seit 1650, Ibelbräu, and of course that's because the family name is Ibel. I'm gonna speak more about the history of this brewery later, of course, in the video. Alcohol content is 4.9% volume, which is very normal for a pils. It's almost always 4.9% ABV in the pils. Overall, this bottle is looking really nice. I love the color combination with white, red, golden of this label, really classical looking. Zutaten Wasser, Gerstenmalz, Hopfen, which also is really good, of course, no other than those three ingredients on the pils. Brauerei Gaststätte Ibel, 96154 Burgwindheim. That's also what it says right here, the address to the brewery, which also is the case, as you can see. Probably Brauerei Gaststätte Ibel in Burgwindheim. So very interesting moment this to try the Ibelbräu Pils, and I have one other beer from this brewery that I'm gonna try in the future. Is the Burgwindheimer Lager, an unfiltered lager, not so pale and not so dark, something in between. But I did choose this Pils to try from this brewery this evening, and as far as I've been understanding it, they also have two other beer styles. It's the Weisse and an Altfränkisch Dunkel. Anyway, I'm gonna give you some information about this brewery that I found on Wikipedia actually, so I will link to the Wikipedia article about this brewery, which is a part of the Burgwindheimer article on Wikipedia, since they don't have a website. And it says, I'm gonna translate it to English. There is no longer a brewery in the market town area. The Ibel brewery in the Kappel district ceased brewing in 2005 and has been brewing using contract brewing process. The Löwen brewery in Burgwindheim existed until 1994. So, unfortunately, the brewery is contract brewing their beers today, which means that it's another bigger brewery who's mainly doing the brewery process, and it's Göller in Seil am Main in Unterfranken, if I remember correctly. And I can also link to another thing in the description box below, not only this Wikipedia article, but also a picture on Wikipedia of the brewery, so you can check out this very, very old looking brewery. Also, I can maybe show it to you right here. Looks really, really old, this brewery. But you can check that out also on the in the description box below of the picture. Some history about this brewery in Kappel in Oberfranken, Ibel from 1650 until 2005, when they stopped brewing themselves and continued to use this contract brewing process. There is unfortunately many reasons for that. Often when smaller brewers can't continue to brew themselves, but I'm glad that the beer continues to live on. That's the richness that we want many beers to choose from, many different breweries. Ibelbräu Kappel 1 96154 Burgwindheim Kappel, and here's the telephone number also 09551295. Kirchweih am 2. Wochenende im Oktober, Bockbier Anstich Anfang November, gegründet 1650, until 1906 Pankratz Ibel was the owner, and until 1920 Pankratz Ibel Erben, and until 1965 Johann Ibel, and until 2005 Erhard Ibel, who was the last one of those 4 different Ibel named persons who has been family owning the brewery. That was founded already 1650. And there it also says, das Bier wird seitdem in Lohnbrauerverfahren bei der Brauerei Göller in Seil unter Franken hergestellt. Brauerei Ibel Kappel, gegründet 1650. And I have, as I used to show you, some books also about Franken and the brewers in Franken. I have to show you older books about the brewers in Franken this time, because it's an older brewer that is Lohngebraut today. So it's this book right here, which is showing a little bit text about Ibelbräu right here. Ibelbräu, I think you can see that. And it says Ibelbräu Kappel, Inhaber Erhard Ibel, and the telephone number. Seit 1650 in Familienbesitz, Vollbier, Pils, Naturtriebes Lager, Bock, Steigenwälder leichte, meist getrunken ist Pils. So that's the most popular beer style from this brewery that I'm having right here. Selbstabholer, Ausstoß 2000 Hektoliter, gebaut wird 2 Mal in der Woche, Verbreitung Umkreis 20 Kilometer, nur in der eigenen Gaststätte, wird ausgeschenkt, Heimdienst, Brauerei Gaststätte Ibel, täglich 9 zu 24 Uhr. Vom Fass gibt's Pils und Steigerwälder leichte warmes Essen auf Bestellung und zur Kirchweih kleine warme Gerichte. Hausmacher Brotzeiten, Spezialität Fischpartie am 1. Advent, auch Gänse und Enten aus eigener Zucht. Mit Bockbier Anstich, eigene Schlachtung, 70 Plätze, Saal 150, reiner Familienbetrieb, Limonaden aus eigener Herstellung, Kerwa am 2. Sonntag im Oktober, Kellerfest am 1. Sonntag im August. That's the information in this book about Brauerei Ibel, and I also found one other book in my collection of books regarding beers and brewers from Franconia that's about Ibel, and it's this book right here, and here you also see the Brauerei Ibel in Kappel. You see brewery right here, and it's Brauerei Ibel in Kappel. That's I'm reviewing today. Brauerei Gasthof Ibel in Kappel, Burgwindheim. Unser Ausgangs- und Zielpunkt ist noch recht wenig touristisch geprägt. Ein reizvoller Pfarrort mit prächtigen Amtsschloss der Klosters Erbrasch aus den Jahren 1720 bis 1725 der Heiligblutkapelle und ausgehenden 1600 Jahrhunderts und dem alten Wohnsitz der Erbrascher klöstrischen Richters, dem ehemaligen Brauereigasthof zum Löwen. Die Wanderung über Kappel in der Kappeler Wald nach Oberweiler und zurück ist reizvoller Waldspaziergang und Lehrgang über die Auswirkungen des Sauerregens. Yeah, that's quite long text about the route, and there is about Brauerei Gasthof Ibel, which of course is an interesting thing. So unscheinbar das Äußere dieses Gasthofs ist, so eindrucksvoll sind die Brauereianlagen dahinter und daneben. Wenn dann noch der Wind der Würzduft heranträgt, merkt man, dass man an der richtigen Adresse ist. Hier wird gebraut, nicht erst seit gestern. Seit Mitte der 1600 Jahrhunderts, seit die Kapelle steht, die dem Weiler den Namen gab, brauen hier die Ibels. Die Gaststube mit Holzbalkendecke und grünem Kachelofen hat eine unbestimmbar anheimelnde Atmosphäre. Ein freundlicher Hund begrüßt uns. Schon mehrere Generationen Hunde wurden von der Vitrine aufgesogen. Unser eigenen haben wir diesmal vorsichtig draußen gelassen. Es gibt Hausmach-Brotzeiten, warmes Essen nur auf Bestellung. Das Pils ist wie vielorts ein schmeckhaftes, etwas kräftiger gehopftes Vollbier mit guter Schaumentwicklung und etwas schlankerem Körper. Ausgezeichnet der heller Bock, ein Malzsüßen betontes, im Nachgetrunk kräftig honigmalziges Bier mit nur leichter Bitter. Interessant ist das leichte Bier, Beifußton im Hopfenaroma, der dem Bier, wie wir hier und heute trinken, einen ganz eigenen Charakter gibt. Die Ibels brauen auch noch Lager- und Leichtbier und haben ihre eigenen Limonaden. Kein Ruhetag. Yeah, that's the information about Brauerei Ibel in this book, and it says die Brauerei Ibel in Kappel, freundlicher Ausgangspunkt für eine schattige Waldwanderung. Very nice brewery, this one. It seems like, unfortunately, I didn't translate this long text about the brewery into English because it was in a book and I didn't find it online. So it would be quite big job to translate all this. First I had to write it down in the computer and then translate it after that. But instead of that, you can buy the book and you can translate it after that if you don't understand German. Anyway, or you just learn German. Over to the tasting part, my favorite part of the review, of course, when I'm allowed to try these fantastic beers. Finally, today it's time for Ibel Bräu Pils, and I've been looking forward to this one. As I said, a lot. Real nice brewery, it seems like. From Oberfranken, Oberfränkischer Pils. Well, let's look at the label of Ibel Bräu. The Pils, as you can see. Ibel Bräu Pils. Real nice looking bottle, isn't it? Gives a very, very nice impression, this bottle. I mean, it catches my interest at least. So, finally, let's plop this one up. The Ibel Bräu Pils. Nice plop right there, and the foam also, of course. So let's pour this one up. Gonna be really, really nice to try this one, I can promise you that. So of course, much foam very important, especially in the pills. I think it's quite Franconia style with creating very, very much foam. You can see that on the pictures from the brewery, that the people is the brewmasters who is tasting the beer, of course, creates very, very much foam, just like this. So it was quite my intention, to be honest, pouring quite fast, building up this big foam head, which is very important, especially on the pills, keeps the right taste in the glass, and keep it all the way through the big foam head. It keeps the right taste in the glass, as I said, and it's also a quality sign with this very big, thick, white crown that this beer definitely is having. It's a quality sign, and that the foam is this thick really is a big quality sign. It's of course very thick white foam crown in this case, as you can see, which is very important, especially in the pills, as I said. Very typical to build up it and maintain it all the way through, and yeah, don't let it disappear. As you can see, it's very thick, and color wise really golden and nice. You probably can see the small bubbles rising up. And also another quality sign is of course the that the foam is still don't disappearing from the glass. As you can see in this case, it doesn't disappear from the glass. That's also a quality sign, as far as I've been what I've been reading, because I've been reading a lot about this, of course. We can get the aroma, of course, meanwhile, and it's really fresh, of course. This grassy bitterness, dry hops bitterness that you want from pills is there, of course. That's always what you return to while describing the taste of a pills. Very important, the dry, grassy hops bitterness flavor that's so refreshing and nice, especially on a hot summer day. What could be better than a fresh pills with this strong, dry, grassy, refreshing hops bitterness? That's just really amazing to taste that. Really great. We can put up some more, of course. This is looking really great, isn't it? This big foam right here. And yeah, it's really the way it should be for the pills, with no doubt about it. It's just the way it should look, with a big foam crown. Of course, can continue. No, nothing bad about that. Just looks real nice with a very big foam crown, like it is in this case, and it's very thick also. It doesn't disappear. It takes time before it's gonna disappear because of fast pouring. So it was my intention actually to keep it big. Of course, I can give it a first try. It's not gonna be any bad about that. So, Ibel boy pills, Prost. Yeah. Of course, refreshing and nice. Very average for Franconian Oberfrankischer Pils, in my opinion. You have this fresh, dry hops taste, of course. That's not extremely dominant like in the North German Pilsners, but it's very well balanced. And as I've been understanding it, Franconian people don't prefer these very very over balanced on the hops taste pilsners, but more laid back, if I can say that, more with a balance that's not so very strong in the hops taste, even though I prefer the very strong hops taste flavored pilsners. I can say that this is the pils with most foam or most hops taste, to be honest. I just think it looks really good with this very very much foam, because that's what I've been seeing, as I said, from the pictures from breweries. The brew taster is having like this much foam and this much beer, just very much foam. That's a good thing. Yeah, regarding the taste, well balanced, not too strong hops taste, as I said. That's what I can say regarding a pils. It's all about the hops taste, how strong it is, and also of course you see how high quality is regarding the foam. It doesn't disappear, and that's a good thing. So it's a big recommendation, and of course not only because how good the bottle is looking. You see, looks really really nice. Ibel pils, and of course it's gonna fit nice into my collection of beers. The bottles that I've been drinking, of course it's gonna be nice in that collection as well. So feel free also to check out the information about this brewery, the links that I'm gonna link to in the description box below. And yeah, let's give it a last try. Nice, of course. Really, really refreshing, nice. Tastes really, really well. So it's a great Oberfrankischer Pils, this Ibel Pils, and it doesn't disappoint me at all. Very, very satisfied with the taste of it. And yeah, it's a nice Pils, of course. If you find it, which might be quite hard because it's this small, I really recommend you to try it, because it tastes nice and it looks really really nice also, the bottle. So with that said, I think that's it for now. As I used to say, hope you continue to follow my channel for more interesting beer reviews. There's a lot of interesting ones that will be coming up in the future, of course, and yeah, continue to follow my channel for more reviews, and thanks for all the support also that many of you is giving to me for the channel. That really is what makes me want to continue with the reviews. So see you next time for another Franconian beer review.